Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into an update that has absolutely sent shockwaves through the developer community. We're talking about Anthropic's massive new release, Claude Fable 5. Now, if you've been tracking large language models, you know we usually see these steady, incremental bumps in performance. But this is a giant leap. We're going to break down exactly what makes this release so monumental and how it fundamentally rewires the way we interact with AI on a daily basis.
I want you to think about this question for a second. What actually happens to your workflow when an AI can just ingest an entire year's worth of project documents, emails, and specs in a single breath? For years, right, we've all been playing this frustrating game of prompt Tetris, chopping up context and summarizing data just so the model doesn't choke. Well, the era of piecemeal prompting is over, and understanding how to leverage this new reality is absolutely crucial for your next project. So let's jump right into Section 1. Meet Claude Fable 5, Anthropic's most capable, widely released model. What's really fascinating here is the specific terminology Anthropic is using. Fable 5 officially takes the crown as their most capable model currently available for general use, but look at that phrase right there, Mythos-Class. This is actually the very first time a Mythos-Class model has been deemed safe and ready for the broader public. Anthropic explicitly points out that its capabilities exceed literally any model they've ever made generally available before. So we aren't just looking at a minor tune-up. This is a completely different tier of artificial intelligence. Moving on to Section 2, 3 game-changing specs, focusing on unprecedented scale and reasoning. Let's look at the headline numbers, because the sheer scale here is what truly changes the game for developers. First up, you get a massive 1 million token context window. And here's the absolute kicker. That is turned on by default. No jumping through hoops, no requesting special enterprise access, no hunting for an obscure toggle. Right out of the gate, Fable 5 is ready to ingest 1 million tokens. To really put that number into perspective, let's look at this breakdown. 1 million tokens isn't just a big number, it's a total paradigm shift. It equals an entire sprawling software codebase. It's a massive, full-length book manuscript. It's literally every single project document, memo, and spec sheet your team has generated over the last year. You no longer have to chop your work into tiny pieces. You can hand over these giant, complex datasets in one unified request, letting the model see the complete picture all at once. Second, let's talk about the output. It boasts an output ceiling of up to 128,000 tokens in one single reply. If you've ever asked an AI to write a comprehensive report only for it to randomly stop mid-sentence, requiring you to type "please continue," you know exactly how annoying that is. This 128K ceiling ensures that your long deliverables are returned whole. No more truncation, which is a massive win for automated workflows. Third, we have something really cool called adaptive thinking. It's an always-on feature where Fable 5 actively decides how deeply to reason based on the difficulty of your specific request. In older models, you kind of had to manually toggle extended thinking on or off, trying to guess what the AI needed. Not anymore. If you ask a simple question, you get a quick answer. But if you hand it a complex, multi-layered logic problem, it automatically allocates more thought and processing time without you touching a single setting. It's smart enough to know when to sprint and when to run a marathon. So where can you actually get your hands on this? The great news is it's generally available right now, today. You can hit the Claude API directly using the model ID Claude Fable 5. It's also fully integrated across major cloud platforms like AWS, Amazon Bedrock, Google Vertex AI, and Microsoft Foundry. Oh, and if you're a developer using the Claude Code tool, just remember to update to version 2.1.170 to see Fable 5 in your menu. Let's move to Section 3. A real-world code-based example, auditing a sprawling system. Let's make this super concrete and look at a highly practical workflow. Imagine you're responsible for auditing a massive legacy codebase. Step 1, you literally just paste hundreds of files into one single request. Step 2, you ask Fable 5 to trace every place user data enters and leaves the system and flag anything unvalidated. Step 3, you receive a complete cross-reference report up to 128,000 tokens long. Because the entire codebase fits into its memory at once, the model isn't guessing or hallucinating, it actively cross-references across your entire system. It's honestly like having a senior security engineer ingest your entire repo in milliseconds. Section 4. Pricing and tokenomics. The cost of massive context. Okay, before you enthusiastically upload your company's entire server history, we gotta pull back the curtain on the token economics. Power like this definitely isn't free. As you can see here, you're paying $10 per million input tokens. But notice that output cost. You're paying $50 per million output tokens. That's a significant premium for the text the model generates, so you want to be very strategic about the length of the responses you're requesting. And here is a vital technical detail that could really sneak up on your budget if you aren't paying attention. Fable 5 uses the tokenizer that was introduced with Claude Opus 4.7. Practically speaking, this means that Fable 5 produces roughly 30% more tokens for the exact same length of text compared to older models. The way it chops up words is fundamentally different, so a document that used to cost a certain amount to process is now going to register as 30% more tokens.
Because of this 30% tokenizer difference, Anthropic provides some very specific advice, and I highly recommend following it. Use the token counting API to estimate your costs before sending giant requests. Seriously, don't just guess. Run the counting API, see the exact token math, and make sure it aligns with your budget before you hit enter on that 1 million token payload. Section 5. When to choose it. Fable 5 versus Opus 4.8. So, considering the insane capabilities and the costs, when should you actually reach for Fable 5? It's all about picking the right tool for the job. Save Fable 5 for your absolute most complex tasks. The hardest reasoning, long-horizon agentic workflows where the AI is acting autonomously, and whole corpus analysis where you really need it to read 1 million tokens at once. For everything else, stick to Claude, Opus 4.8. It remains incredibly capable, and it's far better suited for everyday drafting, routine coding, and keeping your API costs down.
Also, just a quick note for those of you tracking the bleeding edge of AI, Fable 5 does have a sibling. Claude Mythos-5 actually launched on the exact same day. However, it's currently restricted to limited availability via Anthropic's Project Glasswing. So Fable 5 really is the absolute peak of what you can build with publicly today. If you want to dive even deeper, you can explore detailed, worked examples for all 85 Claude features over at claudemaster.net. But I want to leave you with this final thought to ponder. We have spent years designing our software and workflows entirely around the limitations of AI memory. But now that token limits are practically a thing of the past, what are you going to build? When you can just hand an AI everything all at once, how does that change your work tomorrow? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I can't wait to see what you create with Fable 5.